Hello everybody, welcome back to Who's That Jayden? Today, I, Jayden, will be your host. Now, to get started, today we'll be asking questions to Religious Jayden. Hello Religious Jayden. Hi Jayden, how are you? I'm doing quite fine actually. Now, I've actually prepared for you a few questions here. Only 6. Now, to get started, I'm gonna ask you this first question. What have you learned about God throughout your life? No, it actually says here in the Bible. In 1 John 4 verse 8, it says that God is love. Now, it says this because God's love is unconditional and unsacrificial. Secondly, God also faithful. For it says here in Psalms 145 verse 13, it says, Lord is trustworthy in all he promises and faithful all he does. And this basically means that God always keeps his word and never abandons those who trust him. And now finally, God is just, because in Deuteronomy 32 verse 4, it says that he is the rock and all his works are perfect and all his ways are just. Simply means that God is always fair and righteous. He defends the oppressed and punishes the evil. Wow, amazing answer. Now let's move on to our second question. What have you learned about a man's nature?
In my opinion, the answer to your second question is that humans are prone to sin. We have always sinned, for sin is part of human nature. But because God let his son Jesus die for us, we can now go to heaven and join him.
No, it's actually sad when I think about it. No, because we man can never be as perfect as him. Now, please explain to us what are the sins we should avoid.
My 3 answers to your third question is: first, disobedience to God. For because Adam and Eve have sinned, because Adam and Eve disobeyed God and ate the apple, it caused all of us and our generations to come to sin. My second answer is idolatry. Because when Moses was getting the 10 commandments from the Lord, the other Israelites below Mount Sinai were making a golden calf and praising that calf as God. This in turn made God jealous, and he ordered Moses and the rest of the people who still believed in him to kill the other idol worshippers. Now finally, for my third sin we should avoid, it is lying and deception.
Wow, very nice. I'm going to apply those to my real life. And now, for number 4, can you list 5 covenants and give us a brief explanation about them? The first answer to your 4th question is the Noahic covenant, where God basically made a rainbow to promise Noah that he would never send a flood to destroy the earth ever again. The second answer is the Abrahamic covenant, where God promised that Abraham will have a son and he will have many descendants. The third is the Mosaic covenant, where God gave Moses the 10 commandments and he must give the 10 commandments to the Israelites and have them follow the 10 commandments, in which he will give the Israelites and Moses blessings. The fourth one is a Davidic covenant, which states that every one of their descendants will be a king. And finally, the new covenant, which basically promises us that a Messiah will be born. Number 3. I see. I'll apply that to my life. Now, how should a person commit themselves to God? Now, I actually have 5 different answers for your fifth question. First one is Matthew 22 verse 37, which basically states that love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. This basically says that you should love your God with not just by saying love Him, but by your actions as well. Another one is John 14 verse 15, which says, if you love me, keep my commands. And obedience is a direct expression of love and commitment to God. Thirdly, we have Proverbs 16 verse 3, which says, commit to the Lord in whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. This basically says that if you commit to the Lord, He will establish your plans. This basically shows that if you commit to the Lord, your plans will always be carried out. Next, we have Psalms 37 verse 5, which states that commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will do this. Which shows that by trusting in God with our journey, reflects a deep faith and resilience on His wisdom. Finally, in Joshua 24 verse 15, it says, but as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. This shows that commitment is a conscious choice to serve the Lord, even when others may not. Right. And now, tell me, in your opinion, who is the person from the Old Testament you can choose to follow? No. For me, and my answer to your 6th question is David. For David is a brave individual. His life story shows that even if you're a shepherd, you can still be a king, just as long as your heart is in the right place for God.